Hey everyone, welcome back to Why This Beer. Tonight, Aslan and I are joined by Ian Cameron from Balebreaker Brewing down in Yakima, Washington. If you know hops, you know Yakima, and Balebreaker has a deep connection to that world through Loftus Ranches. We're talking with Ian about his path into craft beer, the story behind their flagship Cutter IPA, and what it's like brewing fresh hop beers right at the source. We're also diving into what harvest season looks like in hop country, how they're experimenting on the hot and cold side, and where Ian sees the industry going. Really excited for this one. Let's get into it with Ian Cameron from Balebreaker Brewing. Welcome, Ian.
Yeah, nice to have you.
Yeah, I'll say we had Ian up to Yellow Dog in Penticton, did a collaboration beer with him and the fine folks from Balebreaker.
Yep.
And it was good times. Yeah. You guys made a weekend of it.
Oh, I still have to tell you the story about Quinn and Dave coming back through the border.
Oh no! Oh no! Always a good adventure when you're crossing borders, right? Yeah, cool. But yeah, we usually start with can you share your story in craft and how you got into beer? Your fun fact is you're a Canadian, so maybe you talk about how you got into the brewing industry and then how you ended up in Yakima.
Yeah, it's a crazy story, to be honest. I studied commerce at Dalhousie University. I did a co-op program, so I knew when I graduated, I didn't want to sit in an office because I was working for companies as I was going through school. Came out debt free. It was sweet, but I knew I didn't want to sit in an office. So immediately I just moved to Scotland.
As you do.
had a friend there and found a random job at a 5-star hotel as a concierge. And part of my job was knowing all the good Highland whiskeys and sending my guests there. And that was the first year Brewdog started selling beer out of the back of their trunk at farmers markets and stuff. So but I've always liked, just new flavors. And when I was in university in Halifax, there was Garrison and Propeller making some okay craft beers.
They had that ESB, right?
ESB and IPA.
Yeah.
Then after Scotland, randomly, I went to teach English in South Korea. And then after South Korea, moved to Australia. And it was in Australia that I was like, all right, I'm going to become a brewer. I was hanging out just south of Perth in Fremantle. There was a big craft brewery called Little Creatures, and every Wednesday they would just invite, patrons in and you could try all their test batches and stuff. I started talking to a few of the brewers, and I was like, man, this is super cool. How do you get into this? And they said they did this brewing course, Edith Cowan University, and I looked it up, and it was $24,000 for an international student. Screw that. Is there any in Canada?
Yeah.
And I looked it up and it was first year Olds College starting this course. And it was $2,000 a semester or something. I was like, I'll do that one. Yeah. So I was the first graduating class from Olds College.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit different vibe than Australia.
Yeah. Quite different. Yeah.
I think Olds College is also putting their brewing program on hold now.
Yeah. That's sad. I mean, when I was there as a first year student, there was a few issues with the course, but it was awesome. There was about an 8-barrel system, and the students could run it like a business, and they gave us free reign, free raw materials to brew whatever we wanted, pilot batches.
Cool.
I lived with 3 other guys, and we got probably 20 carboys in our living room at any given time. It was a wild experiment, but we all came out of that course pretty experienced and knew what we were doing. And then I kind of weighed my options, had a few job offers, and then I decided to go down to Calgary, which is pretty close to Olds, and help open Last Best Brewing Distilling, which is owned by the Bear Hill guys. And that's where I really cut my chops. I learned a lot, how to open a brewery, how to run a brewery, how hard brewery life can be. Yeah, so I spent a full year there, pretty quickly became head brewer, production manager. And then with the Olds course, I was always coming down to the Yakima Valley. Well, the 2 years I was there, we always come down to study the hop harvest and everything. And randomly, my girlfriend from Korea, her friend Brianna was dating this guy who worked in the tap room at Balebreaker. And I became good friends with him, and we both broke up with our girlfriends, and we stayed close. And he called me up one day and was like, "Hey, we're doing a couple $1 million expansion to Balebreaker. Like, we need a brewer." I was like,
Yeah.
"Get me a visa, I'll come down." That's how it works.
Wow. The
There
rest
you
is
go.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my
That's
journey into the craft brewing industry. But
Yeah.
super random for a guy from Nova Scotia to wind up in the desert of Washington State.
Yeah.
Totally.
And at this
Yeah.
point, it's almost a decade now that you've been there.
Yeah. 9 years now. Yeah.
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 Nice.
How has the brewery like changed? They were going through an expansion, I guess, when you started. I know you've like gone through maybe 1 or 2 other expansions since then. Like, how's it been? Like, what kind of ride has it been?
Oh, well, when I got here, we used to use our oversized hop back, which is 15, 20 barrel hop back for every brew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Developed back problems pretty quickly, like breaking out a mash tun and a hop back. But I mean, we're just making awesome beers. But also when I got here, we only had 3 core beers on tap.
Right.
It was just
Yeah.
top cutter, bottom cutter, field 41. That was it. And
Yeah.
now we have 20 taps. We have the Imagination Station pilot system. It's a totally different operation than when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain more of the history of Balebreaker Brewing, and like a bit of the connection between Balebreaker and Loftus Ranches? You guys have like the pretty unique setup of like you're literally surrounded by you're inside of a hop field, and which is pretty awesome. If anyone's had a chance to go down to Yakima, they've probably been to your spot. And if you haven't, then like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, still, our claim to fame is that we're the only brewery in the world located inside a commercial hop farm. The brewery started in 2013. Where the brewery was actually a field exclusively growing Cascade hops for Sierra Nevada.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
Loftus kind of called and was like, "Hey, we're thinking about opening a brewery. Do you mind if we just give you this other field and build a brewery in this field?" And that's Field 41. That's a lot of our branding. And they're like, "Yeah, sure, fine, yeah." So
Yeah.
the brewery in Field 41. Loftus Ranches started in 1932.
Wow.
And, I mean, mostly it was just growing hops for mass produced light lagers, and then it really came to fame with the Simcoe hop and the craft brewing resurgence, in the 90s. And then we just expanded to tributary hop farms down in Granger. That was 2015, 2016, I think. So yeah, it's a well-known family, one of the largest providers to YCH hops, large history of growing hops here. But
yeah, it's like if people are using Simcoe, there's like a good chance that it came from Loftus Ranches.
Yeah,
like, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Pretty high
Didn't
chance.
Simcoe just celebrate a 30-year anniversary this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. And I remember I've heard, maybe you can confirm, is there a story that it was almost thrown out?
Yeah. You know who saved it?
Vinny,
You.
right?
No.
You're a baby then. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Vinny Slurzo, Russian River, was supposedly the savior of Simcoe.
Yeah. It was slated to be axed because I'm not sure why, if it was like the agronomics of it or there just wasn't, there was other hops that were, showing better whatever.
I mean, it was just ahead of its time. Like, it had pungent grapefruit and citrus notes. I'm like, that was not a thing.
It's like too expressive.
Yeah. Like, Vinny was like, "No, I want that."
Yeah.
Cool. What kind of advantages, I guess, as a brewer does that give you, like having literally a hop field all around you?
So
I know that you guys have pretty good selection when it comes to hops. Kind of sky's the limit there.
Yeah. So one of my biggest privileges here is that I get to do selection with the guys. We have a good team. And so we'll get certain varietals brought into us on the day of picking, and we'll know whether they're picked in the morning or at night. And we'll go probably 3 days of selecting a hop, 2 or 3 days. And I get to select the hops I brew with, which is rare in the industry. Yeah, it's just, and you're also just living the lifestyle, what the experimentals are coming out. We're close to the source, so we know what the experimentals We get to use them probably before anyone else. So
Right.
yeah, it's a nice place to brew beer.
Yeah.
You're not waiting for that email blast.
No,
Yeah.
no.
We finally named Crush. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And no, I order hops on a Wednesday, Thursday, and go pick them up on Monday myself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
When it comes to selecting hops for yourself, because you have so many, it's almost like paralyzing in the amount of options you have
Mhm.
for yourself. I think of myself of like, we get to choose, or like Aslan, we get to choose from like 4 or 5 bales. How do you guys approach, like, what's your setup when it comes to like selecting hops at Balebreaker, and like, how does that work with your team? And like, I'd be curious just to know like how you guys approach it.
It's gone through a bunch of variations. Like when I first started here, it was just like 3 or 4 of us going up to Loftus Ranches and sitting down in a room and rubbing, and then just judging like, oh no, too much OG, or grapefruit citrus notes. So we just do it like that. And then for a period, we tried to get everyone in the brewery involved, and like everyone to know how to select hops. And then we kind of got frustrated with that. It's like some people don't really know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So now we're back to like a smaller team, but we do it at the brewery, and we just get the samples dropped off to us. Sometimes we just go pick up the samples ourselves, bring them in, and then team of between 3 and 7 people that we trust will sit down, rub, evaluate, and then go back to a final table and like, all right, you picked up these 3, let's go pick 1 or 2. And the cool thing is, like, if we pick 2, we can say, hey, blend those 2 together for us for the year.
Right.
Yeah. The fields or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you ever do things where in certain varieties you're like maybe chasing one thing for one SKU, and then one thing for another SKU? Like,
so Simcoe, we're looking for like bright grapefruit, citrus. Citra, obviously we want not too much caddy notes, but a good citrus note. Sometimes you'll get that from Mosaic as well. And with Mosaic, we try to chase like more of a citrus, but when it turns to like a berry note as well, because we want that variation. We don't just like all citrus hops.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want.
Do you ever find that though, like within the same variety, say like you're like, okay, this is the Mosaic we want that will work for
like field 41, but then not for
and
another
then
one.
this is the Mosaic we want for Top Cutter.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
something.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So you might have like 2 mosaics going.
Yep.
Just like 2 different lots.
Not 2 different lots.
beers.
No, we'll always have them blend together, like
okay.
pelletized. Together.
And then just use it in a way that like one's more expressive depending on where you're using it.
Yeah, we just want we don't want a Mosaic that's pretty close to our Citra. We want it to have the nice pungent, like like berry notes and all the complexity that comes with Mosaic.
Hey, quick shout out to our friends at Hops Connect Canada. They've been hooking up brewers with quality hops for over a decade.
Yeah, started on a farm in Pemberton, and they got warehouses across BC, Ontario, and Quebec. Super reliable, and they actually get what brewers need.
They've got all the classics: Citra, Mosaic, Amarillo, Eldorado, Cascade. The list goes on, with lot selection starting at just 100 kilos.
But what we've really been digging lately is their liquid hop lineup. Total brew day game changers.
Yeah, stuff like Flex for bittering without the wort loss, Incognito for whirlpool flavor without the mess, and Spectrum for dry hopping with no hop creep.
I'm also a big fan of Hop 8 Anti-Foam. Less foam, higher tank fills. That's a win.
And if you're chasing that haze, Hop Haze keeps it locked in for up to 12 months. No flavor impact, just stable haze.
They've even got a brewing calculator on their site to show you just how much time and margin you can save. Super handy when you're dialing things in.
So yeah, if you're brewing in Canada, check out Hops Connect.
Solid people, solid hops. Hops Connect Canada, your partner in craft.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah.
When you guys are sniffing hops, how much OG are you looking for? Like onion, garlic? Because I know there's a lot of like brewers that now we've talked to a few on this podcast even that are like, oh, I want lots of OG because OG is going to be flavor. And then other people are like, I want no OG because I don't want any. Like, no one wants green onions in their beer. Like, how do you guys do that?
We in general don't want it in most of our hops, but one of our core beers now is Skyward IPA, and there's Columbus in that, which
Yeah, you can't really get away from it.
have some pungent OG. So we try to choose a Columbus that has like, you know, the right notes, but also like, you know, a good amount of OG that's not too like, oh, onion garlic in your face, but it adds some complexity to that type of IPA.
Yeah. Have a bit of a backbone or like a
nice.
Yeah, and if you guys
say like it's like a meaty backbone.
Exactly. If you guys are ever down, there's like, I forget what it's called. It's called like the Dank Dive.
The Dank Dive, I've heard about this one. Like,
and we just go to
the Columbus Cryo, I think is.
Yeah, we just go to this pub called Bill's Place, and there's a bunch of brewers there, and we just like select the best Columbus. Well, it's just Columbus, I think.
Yeah, it seems insane. It's like, wow. Yeah, and I heard
that's where you get that sticky icky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. But yeah, let's get into the beer. I'm sorry, Aslan, I didn't ship you the beer, but Ian was nice enough to bring up some Top Cutter IPA.
Fresh Top Cutter.
Yeah,
it's like the main beer from Balebreaker. So if you many of our listeners have probably had it. If you haven't, you should definitely go out and seek it out. If you're in
my mouth's watering over it. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I'll get you some.
It's crazy to work for a brewery where your IPA is like pays the bills. You know?
Yeah,
what a novelty.
The problem is yours is probably 3 months old and mine's 3 days old. So
yeah,
I might get some different notes here.
I had it fresh too, so it's okay. I've had it in a good light, but it's tasting pretty good right now, I gotta say.
Good.
It's widely distributed in Washington though, which is great. Like it's like as soon as I'm over the border, I feel like I can like pop into a gas station and like
sure,
it should usually have it.
Yeah, and now we're
usually in pretty fresh state.
Yeah, we're in like Colorado, Idaho.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those that haven't had it, kind of maybe give us like a rundown on the beer, and then like what are the main ingredients, what kind of hops are showcased, and then I think Aslan and I are really wondering like how has the beer evolved over time, because I know we've had beers that you started in 2014 or 2015, and 2025 the beer has changed quite a bit.
Yeah, well, before I got here, which I got here the second year of operation, but the beer started with C40 in it, and it was like
classic.
But we also used to use the hop back with some whole cone citra hops in it for every brew, and we kind of now we just kind of use the hop back for fresh hop season. But it has Warrior in 682. We're transitioning into 682 for bittering, but traditionally it's been Warrior for bittering. Extract as well. 3 tins of extract in the Grant when you start runoff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like a CO2 extract. Yeah.
And then it's Simcoe early, Simcoe first wort, and then late additions of Simcoe Citra Mosaic, and then heavily dry hopped with Simcoe Citra Mosaic.
The Holy Trinity, as we call it, and like pretty equal parts, or is there one star of the show that gets more?
I would say Simcoe's the star.
Simcoe. Yeah.
It's probably Citra Mosaic for the dry hop or the stars. Yeah.
Okay.
But Simcoe early. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And when we were kind of collaborating, you were talking about how you guys have really leaned into like cryo hops as well. Maybe you can talk about like how much of your hop dosage you're using that, or like if that's fine with you.
Yeah, basically most of it. I mean, the only T90s we're using right now are Simcoe and Warrior, which is going to transition into 682, which is Pato, but you can't call it Pato anymore. It has to be
Yeah, I've been using 682 for past 3 years. Quite a bit. It's a great hop.
It's a great bittering hop, and it'll basically just replace Warrior. There shouldn't be much of a change there. But those are the only 2 T90s we're using, and I mean, to be honest, for other brewers, like we just whatever you would use in T90, just cut it in half, and that's what we use for cryo. And then I mean, there's you'll get better volume out of your beer because you're using less. That was the main reason we switched basically totally over the cryo.
Just like better efficiency, like more liquid at the end of the day, as opposed
Yeah.
to losing all that. Yeah, for like folks that don't know, it's like if you're using a lot of T90s, like the hops literally soak up the beer.
Yeah, exactly.
And once you separate those out, it's like it's gone.
And like
can't get it back.
Some brewers, like especially in Canada, to be honest, for some reason, have said like, oh, they get like a weird like hop burn off cryo or whatever. And I don't know if they're just using too much of it or yeah, I don't know, but like it's worked perfectly for us. So
yeah. Nice. Yeah. Well,
yeah, I definitely find there's like a bit of a almost get like a bit of a softer character as long as I'm not pushing it too hard.
I do too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like it's like a softer, rounder character.
Yeah.
You're not getting as much of that vegetal
No, I'm a big
matter.
Yeah. You should have less polyphenols, which is going to be like the biggest thing that'll give that like almost like lingering bitterness. Whereas like I find with this beer, it's bitter, but like that's because of all like the early additions, like hot side, that are giving it that bitterness, which is like a kind of a controlled bitterness, without like having this like lasting, lingering bitterness from polyphenols of like so much hops. Because I don't think you guys shy away from using a lot of hops.
No.
On the dry hop. I think you're probably in the 3 to 4 pounds per barrel, or like 2 to 3 pounds of cryo hops per barrel.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, there's also like less plant matter for residual sugars for hop creep as well.
Yeah.
Right.
There's more lupulin,
Totally.
right? So.
Yeah. With your recipe development, are you typically are you shying away from like you're doing an initial bittering charge? Are you intentionally trying to boil some of that like plant matter in your like 20 10-minute additions, or are you just like going all whirlpool for flavor and aroma?
Yeah, for like Simcoe and stuff. Yeah.
Obviously, it depends on the beer. Like hazy is like we won't put any bittering additions in.
Leave it all for whirlpool.
All whirlpool. But our other beers, like when I first got here, like no one was first wort hopping, or very few brewers were first wort hopping.
Yeah.
And the theory is it's still like kind of unproven, but I think it's true. Like you do a first wort addition, and that gives it a softer bitterness, like a strong bitterness, but like
strong bitterness,
not a harsh bitterness, right?
It's cohesive. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, they say it releases like more of the beta acids as opposed to the alpha or something that is a bit of a softer, more approachable bitterness for people.
Yeah. Nice. I think that hot side character is important in your recipe development.
Yeah, if you overdo the hot side harshness, you're going to turn some people off. So
yeah. So I guess like as the beer has changed, it probably just lightened up in color. Got rid of the C40. I would say like when I first had, because I know my boss has been ripping through Yakima every few years, and I remember him bringing these beers up, even when I first started at Yellow Dog, like pretty early days, bringing them through. They're always so light, like in color, especially really light. Like, I don't know what your base malt is, but probably like two rower at least, or a Pilsner. And it's, I think that's, you're probably used to it because you brew it all the time, but for other people, it's like pretty light as a base for the beer.
Even when I started, like we started moving lighter. So what we're really trying to do is present the hops in the valley with beers. So we don't want overwhelming malt character. But even when I got here, like there was still like C20, C15, and we've just been dialing that back. Now there's only like 2 bags of Munich in a top cutter, malt bill. So like we've dialed it way back. So like, you just have this decent malt bill, but you're showcasing the hops. You're not trying to like,
not showcasing the malts.
No,
you don't grow any malt on the farm, so it's
we actually did for 2 years.
Oh, really?
We did a homegrown series. We had Great Western malts, the grain, the barley that we grew at Loftus, and it was good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's fun.
That's cool.
So that 2 bags of Munich, is that what, like 3-4%?
Yeah, it's not
Munich in your just enough to bring it from like straw to golden straw.
Yeah, I think you guys are like 30 barrel system or something like that.
Yeah, but we do high gravity brews for most of our beers now too. So
okay, so
you have to account for like the watering back at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 to 4% kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Um,
That's kind of like the Italian Pilsner model, you know?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit to
It's there.
lift the malt character. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of balance it out. Like any bitterness, it's there
And
to
it
balance
does
out.
add a slight amount of balance. Like you can tell
Mhm.
it's not
Yeah.
much. It's not much at all.
Yeah. Sweet. I guess my other question was like, how do you approach other, like, if you're going to make a new, like, this is a core beer, you're top cutter, but like if you're going to make a new West Coast IPA tomorrow, I'm sure you guys do other seasonals as well. How are you approaching those? And is it different than this beer, or are you pretty like in lockstep with how this beer tastes?
A bit of both. Like with the imagination station in our pilot system, like we play around quite a bit. But for me, if I make a recipe, like maybe I'll substitute Vienna for Munich, or
Right.
put a bit of Dexter pills or some flaked wheat in the mash or something for body. But for the most part, I'm not trying to stray too far away from the malt bill. And just the most interesting thing for me in brewing is different combinations of hops. So that's what I'm mostly focused on. So that's how I approach that. Like, and I forget who it was that was saying, like, what's really selling in the industry in terms of IPAs and stuff is just different combinations of hops. So
Yeah.
you don't have to mess with your malt bill that much, to be honest. Like, just find some different hop combos, a few different things there. Do some early dry hops, or like the new product from YCH, Hyper Boost. We've been using that quite a bit recently.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is there any combos that you've really liked, like, recently putting together?
I love like Simcoe Mosaic, and now Crush fits really well into those as well. And that's like our collab was a lot based on that.
Yeah. Like our Yellow Dog Balebreaker collab was like basically all Mosaic and Crash, and yeah, it was super cool marriage between those two hops. Like, Crash. If people haven't used Crash, get on it. It's a crazy good hop. We just started using it last harvest. We did fresh hop.
You did a fresh hop, right?
Yeah, we did a fresh hop Crash beer, and it was crazy.
Yeah,
like
it's the new rock star for sure.
Like, if people haven't used it, definitely try it out. It's the perfect balance of like a New Zealand hop and like an American hop, I would say, like where it's giving these like cool, overripe tropical notes, but in a way that like works with other hops.
Yeah. And sometimes you still get a touch of, like, depending on which slot you get, you still get a touch of like the unique berry note that Mosaic would have, but you have these other tropical notes with it. Are just like, it's just awesome.
It's nice different in the sense that it plays well with others. Like,
exactly.
It's not like 1019 where you're just like, or Sabro where you just
takes over.
No, it's we like to play with synergy hops that play well with others, right?
Well, and that's how you create those blends that like then end up being your own thing. Like, it's like, it doesn't matter what your other 30% of your hop bill is if you use 1019 or Sabro. Like, it's gonna taste like
it's intense.
Peach rings or tanning lotion.
I find even like 1019, we've been using it, but it is, I can't tell if it is Neo-Mexicanics or not, but it is like definitely coconutty. There's no way that you can tell me it's not that in a beer. Like, everyone's like, it's peachy, but it's like, if you use a hot side, you're getting coconuts through it, which I've been kind of leaning on a little bit with some of our beers, and tastes. I'm a fan. I'm a Sabro 1019 fan, so I'm like, but like only a little bit, just a scooch.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, the only GABF award we've ever won was for our Hazy Ale core beer. There was just a sprinkle of Sabro in that dry hop. Like, we're not using it.
Hot side, I think it's better, actually. It's hot side, Sabro and 1019. They'll give you, like, to me, it gets like limey. And cold side, you get like the coconutty tropical thing.
And that's what we were going for.
Which I like. But a little fun story about the Crush is that for our collab between Balebreaker and Yellow Dog, we had Balebreaker bring up Crush. We kind of, like, the idea of the collab was like, we're going to use a bit of both hops, because like we both select our hops Balebreaker, they like wanted to use their hops. We want to use our hops. So like, oh yeah, you guys have good crush. Like, bring your crush, and they brought their crush cryo up, and then we dry hopped it long after they were gone. And the next day, our brewer, he comes to me, he's like, yeah, so that was a nightmare because the crush cryo was basically one solid brick of oil.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you've like, it's like a vacuum sealed thing, but there's so much oil in the crush cryo that it basically just turned into one hop pellet. So you like break it up.
You kind of got like up in the air and let it drop in the ground a few times.
Yeah. And, but we were, it was a tough time to get through the port, put it that way.
Sorry.
That's okay. It wasn't me, so sorry, Justin.
Yeah, sorry, Justin.
Yeah. And both of you guys probably have full size hop ports on yours. Like, I'm just like, man, our single tanks are like inch and a half TCs.
No, it was an inch and a half TC. No, it was on this tank. It was, of course, because why not?
No, you still have to use a funnel.
Yeah. It'd be too easy otherwise. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
For everyone listening,
proof that your brewery or brewery equipment you purchased was over 10 years old.
Exactly, 100%.
What you have.
Yeah. So it's been long paid off.
Yeah.
You ever feel like you've got everything dialed in except fermentation?
Oh yeah. If your yeast isn't consistent, the whole batch can go sideways.
That's why we've been checking out Yeast Canada Innovations. They're Canadian-owned, brewer-focused, and they get what you need. Reliable strains, solid flavor, and real support when things get weird.
And shipping is smooth. They've partnered with Hops Connect, so your yeast comes from the same warehouse, BC, Ontario, or Quebec, right with your hops.
Even better, if you ship together, your yeast ships for free.
And they're not charging premium prices either. The pricing is super approachable, which means more budget for the fun stuff, like more beer.
Here's the kicker. If you're listening to this podcast, you can get 5% off your first order at yeastcanada.com. Just hit up their team for the code.
Yeast Canada Innovations. Let's elevate your craft.
Cool. For fresh hop or wet hop beers, first of all, I don't know if you guys, I feel like Yakima has like a thing about, is it fresh hop or wet hop? Or some people have a really specific vernacular.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
You don't care? Okay. How does Balebreaker approach these beers? You have access to awesome hops. Like, how do you process them hot side? Are you putting them through are you breaking them up at all? Are you just chucking them in the hop back? How do you go about it?
We just have fun with it. And like, I think it was my second year here, not my first year, but we put a GoPro on a hop truck and it was 4 minutes from being picked to us using it.
Oh, sweet.
So like, there's not many people that can do that, right? So it's, we just have fun with it. We order the cherry bins in, like, we'll call in the morning, like, hey, we need 7 cherry bins here by this time. And farm will just drop off these cherry bins. We're not going to use them right away. We'll put them in the cold room. But when they drop them off, like, we'll at least take one bin and just, like, randomly toss them in the mash and, like, fill the grant up and, like, just play around with it, like,
yeah.
And then when I was first here as well, we, cool ship bags, we call them body bags, but like just massive, like, mesh
filter bags.
We were like idealists at that time, and we would just like do a whole fresh hop beer. Like, we didn't know how people were cheating and putting pellets in and like saying it's a fresh hop beer. So we were just like, this is a fresh hop beer. Like, so we put body bags in the kettle, the whirlpool, and then have to like put the ladder down and go dig those out. Yeah. And then we got a bit wiser, and now we just, mostly the fresh hops are on the cold side now. But besides that cherry bin or two where we're just throwing them in a mash and playing around a little bit. Yeah. Obviously the hop back is hot side.
Yeah.
That oversized hop back, that's 15, 20 barrels. We stock that full. And what we do is just, fill that up. Once it gets full with the wort and the hops already in there, then we do, a 15-minute recirc with the whirlpool, and then drain the hop back into the whirlpool, and then knock out from there.
So like filling your, like, it's like a 10 heck or something hop back, right?
It's a 15 to 20 barrel-ish.
Oh wow, it's like
Oh, wow.
huge.
Yeah, yeah. It's way oversized.
Yeah. Filling with hops.
And that's for how big of a batch?
30 to 40 barrels,
Okay.
depending on the
So,
beer.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
2/3 of the batch size is a hot back.
Yeah. So if you're listening, you can't do this.
You can't do this. Yeah.
This is the
Yeah,
disclaimer. You
Yeah.
can't do this. But
Yeah, yeah. If
this
you're looking for
works.
tips on how to do it,
You won't be able to do this.
yeah.
Promise you.
No, it's not.
but
But you
with that,
So go
Sorry.
ahead, Az.
oh, I was gonna say, like, with the hot back, is there anything you're doing to like mitigate a hot side aeration, or is there
Well, we're disbelievers of that.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah? And do you notice that, like, say if you're brewing like top cutter, and then you brew top cutter with like a fresh hop variation, or like, same malt bill essentially,
Yeah.
carrying it through. Do you notice a difference in color as a result, or
They'll have a bit
with
more
that
haze, but I mean, we'll drop that out with our centrifuge.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll just have a bit of a more fresh, fresh pick top note to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
But no, not really.
yeah.
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 And are you ever using fresh hops on cold side?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How do you guys use that? Because I feel like that's pretty rare, generally.
Yeah, it can be tricky. So like with those body bags, the cool shit bags, we'll usually like not really sterilize them, but we'll I still have like 50 of them downstairs, so they're collecting a bit of dust. So rinse them with 180 Fahrenheit water at least, and then pack them 80% full. We'll put about 5 or 6. We always try to keep our 30 barrel. We have one 30 barrel fermenter. We try to keep that open
Available.
for fresh hop.
Yeah.
So the beer will be fermenting in a tank, hopefully close to the 30, but we'll we'll just put like 5 or 6 body bags in that 30 barrel fermenter. We'll purge it for about half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever, and then we'll fill it until the wort comes out, the blow off arm, and they'll start a recirc for about 3 or 4 hours between the fermenter and that tank, and then let that go.
Cool.
Maybe let it steep for another hour or 2, and then drain it back into the
Oh, cool.
Oh, so you run it almost like a
torpedo or
egg,
something.
like a hop egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing that like before it's chilled then? Like before, so it's kind of like past fermentation, or?
It'll be dry, but we'll drop the temp to like 60 Fahrenheit. I'm American now, so I talk in Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, but we'll drop it to like 60 and then do, which is I think it's 15 Celsius or something.
Yeah, a little bit cooler. Yeah. Try to like not have so much like hop, maybe like polyphenol kind of like stuff coming through at a cooler temperature. Yeah, maybe.
Do you do anything as far as breaking up the pellets before putting in the body bags?
That's another fun part of this. Like we've experimented so much. Like for the most part, we hadn't done it, and then in the last like 4 years ago, we bought like a weed whacker where we mowed them down. And then one of the breweries close to us, Single Hill, they had like the setup where we could use liquid nitrogen to pelletize our whole cones. And we actually just bought one, so we have our own.
Oh, so you pelletize them?
We're just getting it this year.
Whoa, crazy!
Before that, we were just going down to Single Hill, dropping off a case of beer, and like, hey, can we use your pellet?
Yeah.
But we just got our own, and so we have a hammer mill connection.
Oh
and
wow!
Liquid nitrogen, so we're gonna pelletize a lot of our hops. But before that, we were pelletizing quite a bit, and then using those in the dry hops as well.
Yeah, I would for a while. The few fresh hop beers I've done, it's been like 4 years since I've done one. But it would get a bulk liquid nitrogen tank and freeze them, and then use
smash them.
Yeah, I would use a concrete like mixer on like a big drill.
On the drill,
and just beat out of them, and then throw them into bags. And my whole thing, like, we'd only do them as dry hop, so I'd just like try and like mid firm.
Yeah, I don't know. We've tried everything. It's just a fun time of year. You're just trying to get some surface area, get that fresh up character in there.
At Yellow Dog, we're big fans of the weed whacker. It's
been, the weed whacker works, man. It's
been a great thing. we've I know in Port Moody they've upgraded to the mulcher, like if you like
like
if
a
you're
fixed blade.
No, it's like a if you're like an apple cidery, like a small cidery, there's like this like technology where you just like throw your apples in,
Yeah.
and just like mulches it like right away.
Yeah.
So we actually have invested in one of those. That's because the weed whacking was getting like laborious.
Yeah.
And like it's already a lot on a fresh hop day to like how we do it. It's like we brew it like mash tun, move it to the kettle, and then you're like quickly like cleaning your mash tun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're using mash tun, yeah.
And then using the mash tun as a hop back. And like so if you're like us where you're actually normally brewing multiple brews a day, you have no you can't like go to the next brew. There's no like normally you go, okay, it's out of the mash tun into the kettle, let's start the next mash.
Yeah. You
can't do that.
Exactly.
You have to like fully finish an entire brew plus put it back into on top of the hops in the mash tun that is now fully cleaned, and then start it all over again.
Yeah.
So you get some like crazy brew days with like mulching hops, and so for a quality of life, it's like, let's get this piece of machinery.
We couldn't do that. I'm pretty sure that's why we have this oversized hop back, and they thought of this. But like, we do this collab every year called Citrus Liquor with Cloudburst Brewing in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
We'll do 6 batches of that on a Monday, Tuesday. And then we just started doing a yearly thing with Russian River, collab called Green Rush. And I think we're doing 3 days of 3 batches. So like, we're not using a mash tun as a hop bag, right? Like,
no,
you have to turn these out, right? Like,
yeah.
When you're brewing a beer like that, then you're also doing cold side fresh hopping too. You guys are crazy. So it's like all fresh the whole time. It's like hot side fresh Simcoe, I'm guessing, if you're going to do it with
Russian River. The Green Rush will be Simcoe. Every year the Cloudburst one is Citrus Liquor. Yep.
Yeah. That's a great beer. If you haven't tried that, that's
it's fire.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah.
So for those who like maybe haven't had a lot of fresh hop beers because they are a regional thing, they're like a timely thing. What is it that you get out of a fresh hop beer?
A good fresh hop beer, like
emphasis on that.
It's hard to make them good, to be honest. But for me, like the first 3 years I lived here, I lived like basically inside Loftus Ranches, like in a subdivision in this house, and I'd be woken up at midnight by the tractors going and picking hops because they pick 24-hour schedule, right? So that smell in the air of them picking hops, that's what I want in a fresh hop.
Yeah.
For me, like it's just a freshness, and it doesn't last long. So drink the beers quickly, but you're going after that like harvest just smell. Like, I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. Yeah, they're a magical thing for about 2 to 4 weeks. It's gone.
I would say that's the thing. Like, it's really hard to convey to the consumer. Is it's like, buy this and drink it like as soon as you're walking out the store.
Yeah,
like,
it's like gone already.
Like, it's like, by the time it's like hit the shelf and all of that, like, you need to get it in your hand. Like, there should be urgency about it. You get like, it's like fresh, like candied watermelon sometimes depending on the varietal. There's like, it's a little vegetal, but like in like a cool cucumber way. Like, I don't know. It's like, there's so many different flavors, and like obviously the variety and like where you're using it is going to change it all. But
obviously it depends on the hop you're using, but it's just it's a freshness that you only get once a year, and it's a special occasion. Like, you're kind of celebrating the farmers that grow the hops, all the migrants that come up here to help, pick and harvest the hops. Like, it's just a celebration of like hops.
Yeah,
it's magical.
But I think that's the cool thing too, is like, we're like, as someone that like lives in a wine region, like the winery is so tied to like the grapes, and they grow them once a year. Whereas like brewers, we have this kind of like luxury of like, we can have grain all year round. It's going to be like, if our grain supplier is good, it's going to be pretty consistent all year round. And same with our hops. Like, we select it. Like, I'm going to come down to Yakima in like a month and choose some hops, and like that's going to be my hops for the year. And so like that's a cool consistent thing, but like this is a very unique opportunity where we're as brewers, we're tied to like our ingredients, and like we can use them fresh, and you can only do it then. You can't do it later. You can't do it like 3 months later, right? Like,
no, there's a 1 month. There's a 1 month window where you're doing this. Like,
yeah. So I think that's really cool. And like as someone that's brewing all the time, it's like, oh, okay, it's a lot of work, but it's a neat opportunity to like. It's even just like to focus on the ingredient that you use the rest of the year. Like, oh wow, this is like cool, and like this is how expressive this could be.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And especially for us, like we're an IPA brewery. Like, I mean, it's our Christmas time, you know. Like,
yeah. Speaking of that, like, how crazy busy is it like during harvest? Like, I mean, for you personally, I'm sure it's like insane.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, I guess like how does it go down in Yakima during harvest time?
Yeah, it's weird. Like this is end of July to right now. Like this is our like busy season. And then September it actually slows down a bit, but then hundreds and hundreds of brewers start showing up. So then you're trying to brew beer, but also give tours and like you know, host people and you know, be friendly, make sure the brewery's pristine because you want to put on a good show and everything. So that's why September's busy, but right now is like the busy brewing time.
Yeah. No, Aslan and I are both guilty of coming down.
Oh no,
coming down and showing up and being like,
"I know,
hey,
don't get me wrong,
wow,
I
cool.
love it. I have a ton of fun, but you guys make me drink too many beers, don't you?"
Oh yeah, it must be insane. Yeah.
And I guess I must say, you keep a tight ship.
Yeah. It's a great brewery. Everything's thought out, laid out for sure.
Makes us all go back striving for more.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind a little bit of automation at some point, but
who wouldn't?
Yeah.
For those that are like coming down for hop selection or coming to the area, like, is there any hidden gems or like places people should check out outside of the normal, like just going to breweries and going to Stabbies?
I mean, there's
where's the best torta?
Torta, millions of those here. We got the best Mexican food outside in California and Mexico. But yeah, to be honest, like I would go see some wineries. The wine country here is gorgeous, and there's some really good wineries. Like, I mean, you have Owen Rowe, Treveri, Deneen, J Bell. Like, that's where we usually hang out when we don't want to drink beer anymore.
Nice.
And then there's great hiking out towards Mount Rainier. So it's a very good place to live if you like the outdoors. And then obviously the other breweries in the area are doing really well too, like Single Hill, Varietal, Cowiche. Cowiche Brewing Company has this gorgeous location up on a hill, and their food is phenomenal. So that's kind of a hidden gem. Like I would go up there just for the views and the food and the good beers.
Oh, I never heard of them. What's the name?
Cowiche Brewing. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Itinerary done.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Darren's team building exercises are sort out.
After I go visit Ian, I'll
go pester Ian.
Yeah. My annual pester.
Yeah. You can be the DD.
Yeah. Last time Avery and I went to go visit Balebreaker, then Ian was kind enough to give us a tour. And then we hung out in the break room, crushed some top cutters, and ate a massive ceviche that the Heineken guys had left behind.
Yeah. So I think it was Loftus or YCH was hosting like the Heineken guys, and they just left this like massive tray.
Like when I say massive, it's like
ceviche.
like 10 by like 18-inch tray.
There was
4 inches deep of ceviche.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
that's like
it's going to waste.
Boys, yeah.
And ceviche in Yakima, I mean, that's a delicacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to think too much about that one. Yeah.
And this time of year, there's lots of flies around, so you have to eat it quick.
Yeah. It's already going bad. So. Yeah. We took one for the team.
Exactly.
You're in a unique position as a Canadian / living in the United States. Our usual question is like, what excites you about the Canadian brewing industry? But maybe like what excites you about either your local brewing industry, the American brewing industry, or the Canadian brewing industry? Like what's exciting you these days about making beer?
I don't know. I mean, since COVID, like, what's the best way to put this? I would say beer is tasting the best it ever has right now. And I mean, this is not a good thing, but I think, COVID and some tough times in the industry have like really weeded out some people that are not making the best products. And I think those that survived all that, like, you're having the best beer in the world's ever made right now. And like, that's what's exciting. Like, the people who are making beer are making the best product they can. So I don't know if it's exciting, but I mean, I think it's a good thing. Like,
yeah, that's exciting.
yeah. I don't want to see anyone go out of business, but the people that are surviving, like, they're making really good beers. And like, I think there's the least amount of bad beer right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess where also, like, beyond that, like, where could the industry improve, either locally or generally?
Oh, that's tough too. I mean, I think you've got to follow the trends for better or worse. I mean, when I first started, like, no, we're a West Coast brewery. We'll never make a hazy. We'll never make a hazy. And like, now we have like, 5 hazies on tap. We make a hard seltzer, which is super easy. It takes us like 3 hours to brew a batch.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just brew an IPA and a pale ale anymore. You have to be adaptive, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I feel like, not to backtrack too much, but I feel like it'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about, I was looking up Top Cutter. Are you able to talk at all about the BBBC house strain?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What's the origin story on that? What is the...
Oh, it's not a house strain. It's 1056.
There you go.
There you go. Hot take.
Easy. We didn't have to go on for a long time.
No, it's a
pulling teeth, figuring it out.
It's a roaster. It dries out the beer, presents the hops. We don't want any sweetness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Consistent. Yeah. Tried and true.
Yeah. We only use 3 strains. It's 1056, Kaiser, and a lager strain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And then we'll play around with others in the pilot system, obviously, but yeah, those are our core 3.
Yeah. Nice.
Kaiser is like a Kolsch strain. I don't know that. Yeah.
That's the German Imperial strain, right?
Right.
And it's we use it for our hazies.
Use the Kolsch strain. See, there you go, Aslan. Another brewery that uses Kolsch strain for hazy.
I mean,
hazies.
Some breweries use that strain for everything.
Everything. Yeah. I know. This was Martin's hot tip, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good strain. I've never used the Kaiser variant, but yeah. But you don't brew Kolsch with it either, or do you?
No, we don't.
Also...
we've done Kolsch's at the pilot with it, but in general, like, no, it's just for our hazies.
That's crazy.
There we go. All right.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Uh-huh.
Hot tip. The Kolsch yeast rings true.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. I think you guys really focus on quality. Like, when I visited there, it was apparent to me that you're doing a lot of sensory training and tasting your beers often, and kind of where they should be. And I think that's the thing that separates Balebreaker out from other breweries in a similar, that are making similar beers, I guess. To me, I don't know if you agree with that.
Oh yeah, sure. Quality is number one for us. If we don't like a beer, like a tank or something goes wrong with it, it's going down the drain. Thankfully for us, like, doesn't happen very often. But I mean, we have more lab capacity, or as big a lab capacity as most big breweries. Like, we pay attention to every stat, exactly what's happening. Anything has diacetyl, it's not going into a can. No chance. Like,
yeah.
No. But yeah, our lab team's amazing, and our production manager Brian, he's a scientific genius, and he runs a tight ship.
That's
right. Are you using things like ALDC or
ALDC
to mitigate diacetyl?
ALDC every brew, and we pitch it when we pitch the yeast, just in the hose to the yeast keg or brink. Pitch it.
Yeah. The other hot tip that I had with brewing with you guys is using the Hyper Boost at the same time.
We did trials.
Oh,
I told
like
you.
with your yeast pitch.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's like
I've been doing it on
using
day 2
Hyperboost.
recently, but
Yeah, I've been doing Hyperpiss, like Hyper Boost.
Hyperpiss. Whoa, that was a
No cursing on the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, Sarah.
Freudian slip.
Hyper Boost. Do a cold break there. But yeah, I've been using the Hyper Boost cold side. But now, after talking with you, hot side, because it incorporates better.
No, I didn't tell you hot side.
No, I'm sorry, not hot side.
Yeah,
and a knockout.
Yeah, knockout. Yeah.
First,
yeah.
So I told you about our trial. So we were putting it at day 3, day 4, like in the top of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of it sticks to the walls. It sits on top, sticks to the walls. It's not getting incorporated well enough. If you do it at pitch, the wort's still warm enough. It's like going up in the tank like this. It's incorporating much better,
more vigorous.
And we did 2 trials, and like at day 4 or at pitch, and I think we liked at pitch just a little bit more than at day 3 or day 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sweet. For those new to craft beer or just starting in the industry, what advice would you share? For those who have been in a while, maybe like for someone that's been in the industry a while, like what wisdom or inspiration can you offer to keep things fresh and exciting?
I don't know. Just stick through it. I mean, the industry is, Gen Zers are not drinking beer anymore. So just create the best product you can. Hopefully people will show up and drink it. Like, pay attention to marketing and everything. I don't know. It's not the best time to be in the industry, but if you're good enough at it, and like just keep being inspired, keep exploring, keep using different hot products. I mean, Dynaboost, Hyperboost, start exploring stuff like that. I don't know if it'll help you or not, but there's I don't know what to say to it. Like, you should have been in the industry like 10 years ago, and then kind of made a name for yourself. Like, that's all me. I don't know. It's tough time. It's tough time right now. Just stick through it. Yeah, stick through it.
You sound as jaded as we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in the same graduating class as us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not at the brewery, like, how do you spend your time? I think you're like a big fisherman, and then also part-time rugby coach.
No,
not fisherman. No.
I used to play ice hockey. You don't know, say ice hockey to a Canadian. Hockey.
Yeah, hockey.
But I retired from that 3 years ago. But for the first, 4 or 5 years here, I played hockey and Balebreaker actually sponsors just like kind of like all-star beer league team. But I gave that up. Now I started coaching high school lacrosse.
Lacrosse. Yeah.
In my off days, I started running again recently. When I'm not too tired from the brewery. And then just wine tasting, getting out in nature. Yeah. It's a gorgeous area if you know where to go down here. Yeah.
No fishing? I thought you were fishing. Oh,
no.
That's someone else.
No. As Quinn, maybe.
Oh, it's Quinn.
Quinn's fly fisherman, yeah.
Okay. Gotta be more zen for that.
I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah. Me neither. Yeah. I'm always impressed when people do. Like fly fishing? Like sitting there in the water? Whoa, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess I could see the appeal. Sweet. Cool. Well, if people want to have some Balebreaker beer, what's the best way to have it? I'm guessing for our audience in BC, best place to just go to the States and go across the border and have some beer. You could probably get them in Bellingham, I'm guessing, if you're
in Bellingham.
Yeah, it's definitely in Bellingham. I remember, my dad's in interior BC. There, and he'd just go across the border and get it when he fueled up for cheap gas.
Yeah, we're all over Washington. So.
Yeah, it's all over Washington.
Yeah.
Nice,
easily accessible, and honestly, it's one of those beers to seek out. Like, if you're like, I'm just over the border and I want to get a cheeky 6-pack, get Top Cutter.
I'll be honest with you guys. Like, if it's past 2.5 months old, go seek out something that's like more around a month. Like, that's when it's
it's banging. Yeah.
I mean, that is a good consumer tip in general. Is like, look at the bottom of your cans.
Yeah.
Check the packaging date. We all try and do our best to make sure we rotate stock, but sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And
especially hoppy beers, like, drink them as fresh as possible. Right?
Yeah, it's deteriorating as soon as you package it.
Yeah, don't judge Top Cutter at 3 or 4 months.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for listening to the podcast. It's been a good time. If you want to support our podcast, please check out our sponsors and support them as well. If you want to support Aslan and I, you can buy our beer. You can buy Main Street Brewing beer, and Neighborhood Brewing beer, and Yellow Dog Brewing beer, wherever they sell good beer in this province. You can find us there. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends, and subscribe to the podcast and Instagram. That's where we'll post new episodes. Anything else, Aslan?
I think that's everything.
You come down from you come down for harvest, Aslan?
I am not, unfortunately, this year.
He's having a
I got
baby. He's having a baby.
Oh, congrats, though.
Yeah. That'll be a new seasonal burden.
Yeah.
But no, I'm. This will be the first year in a while that I'm not coming down and pestering you.
All right. Well, I'll keep Darren. He'll take some beer back for you.
I'll bring some back.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Come up next time you're in Vancouver.
I will for sure.
Say hello.
Might be there pretty soon, actually.
Yeah.
Please do. We got cask ale.
Good.
It's not nearly as hoppy. But...
Good.
Hoppy in a different way.
Yeah, I know cask.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that makes cask here, so.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
chat
until
about
next
that.
time.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.